we're here. A lot of us, are interested in what you did to make your money and, what you're going to teach everyone. So you can introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'll get into it. So definitely appreciate you having me on. My name is Michel Valbrun, aka Money Making Mitch. I'm a certified public accountant, tax strategist, award-winning author, and really what I help my clients do is I help them save $10,000 to $100,000 in taxes legally and ethically by doing proactive tax planning strategies. So that's kind of what I do.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm definitely going to have to talk to you after this because I was just telling people earlier, like, this is my first year paying taxes. So last year I didn't even qualify to make enough, like, to even pay taxes. Like, I was really under my parents' money for a while, graduating college. And so, like, this is my first year paying taxes. Not only that, but I made multi six figures. So I had to learn real quick about taxes.
That's
Um,
facts. Yep.
yeah, so I guess, we could just kind of go back and forth, ask each other questions. If the audience, you guys have questions, definitely drop it in the little question mark box or drop it in the comments. But yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people want to know what a CPA is. So a CPA is a certified public accountant. So as a CPA, one of the things that I can do is I can represent you in front of the IRS. I went to school. Basically, in order to be a CPA, you have to have 150 credit hours. You have to pass a four-part exam. So pretty much, I know a lot about accounting and tax. And then, like I said, I help my clients save 10,000. As a CPA, historically speaking, what I used to do, like to get prospects and get clients, is I'll go to networking events and kind of have to do like referrals and everything. So really, with me, one of the things that piqued my interest as I got on Instagram is I saw Ariel in my feeds and she kept showing up. She kept showing up. She was on everyone's page, and I ended up getting her program, which like literally, and I'm so serious. I got the screenshots to prove it. I think I started with you in November 4th, and I think I'm already up, I tell you, at least 25,000 since starting with you. So it's real. What she does, what she's teaching y'all is the real deal. And like, literally, I have the receipts to prove it. She's clearly, I think what are you up, like 200 now?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
way over 200. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's crazy. It's really crazy. So tell me and tell us, like, what were some of the strategies that worked for you from selling from scratch?
Yeah, I think really one of the biggest strategies is just really figuring out and testing how to promote on other pages, right? So really with me, one of the things I struggled with is in the past I've tried to promote on other pages, but I had like no results. Like I would spend all this money and not get any people to follow me, not get anyone to purchase my program, like book a call, anything. And so with me, when I got into your program, you literally broke down and you shared, and this is what's so dope about you, is like you are so open and so giving with the content and information. Like you said, like you're like, look, these are the pages I promote on, these are the templates, this is the way you need to do it. And then, fortunately I had the opportunity to be able to hit you with a DM. You kind of gave me a little bit more guidance on to how I did that, and that really helped me. And then once I kind of got that formula down pat, then it
Yep.
like took off from there.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like it's really formulaic once you have all the pieces together. So he was talking about, doing self-promotion, and I talk heavy about that on selling from scratch. So if you're struggling with the algorithm, I know everyone's like, yo, the Instagram algorithm sucks. Like I can't gain a following, I can't do this. So what I teach in the course tells you essentially how to beat the algorithm, how to promote yourself, how to gain a following. And I have a couple different methods in there. So depending on your budget, if you do want to invest in promotional pages, or even if you don't, I have this other method where you can grow your following that I did up until like 30,000 followers.
Yeah.
And it was the follow and follow method coupled with like making engagement groups with people. So there's so many ways to still utilize Instagram, even though everyone thinks it's like just for influencers and whatever. I can tell you right now, there are influencers with 1 million followers and they can't sell a product. So I think that this is really valuable information. It's crazy because 2 students came to me today. Like another one was like, I want to do a live with you. Like I made $4,000 from your course, and then you hit me up, and I'm like, wow, like I'm so happy. This is really, really helping and impacting people. To monetize their Instagram. So
Yeah.
I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, it's so like seriously, it's been such a big blessing. So one, even going back to what you mentioned about that engagement group, like that was another gem I didn't know anything about. You dropped that in there, I was like, what? And I started looking into it, and I was like, yo, this is the real deal. So I started using strategy too. And another thing too, like a little bit, but I don't think I told you this beforehand. Before I was on Instagram, I was heavy on Facebook. So I'd spend like literally thousands of dollars on Facebook ads, right? And basically, my funnels was my funnel was like people see the ad, they'll click on the link, they'll book a call with me, blah blah blah. We talk about tax planning, and I can see if I can help them save money on taxes. I promise you, like literally in the middle, like the beginning of November, Facebook completely shut my ad down, like cold turkey.
Yes.
And when Facebook shuts you down,
it's real hard.
It's like you gotta jump,
especially if that's your only way of making money.
Yeah, that was my only source of income. So literally, like my business completely like stopped, and I'm spending like thousands of dollars, and you can imagine I'm spending thousands of dollars, I'm getting thousands back. So my business stopped, and I was just like, yo, I got to figure something else out. In the meantime, until we figure out this Facebook thing. So that was again the timing of your program couldn't be more perfect, because like literally I was able to figure out Instagram. It took me a little bit of time to kind of figure out that formula, but once it was working, like I was able to, I got more bookings, I ended up being able to make a bigger impact, and that was a big thing for me, right? So literally in November when I started, my followers increased by over 20,000. So that's another big thing, right?
That's insane. That's insane.
Like, so over 20,000 in followers, right? You can check out the IG Blade and check, like, it's real. Like, so it went all the way up. And then this is the thing about it too. Like for me, I really want to make a bigger impact in the world, right? So what I do and what I help people do as far as taxes and saving money on taxes, like not a lot of people are really putting that information out there. And the fact that now I got 20,000 followers, I don't care if they bought from me or not, right? But the fact that now I got an audience of people that can learn from me, get the content from me, because I'm always, and that's another thing I learned from you too, right? Posting like value added content, like really being consistent with adding value. So I'm always posting content, if not every day, every other day, giving them some taxes, you know, and then letting them know, hey, if you want to learn more about this, this is in my program. The program's super affordable, and you can get a whole bunch of game for a really, really good price. So yeah, that was super dope, and that was a game changer for me.
Yeah, so all things Christy, she's asking, did you start November 2020 or 2019? You meant this year, right?
2020, November 4th. November 4th. That's
honestly, that is so crazy. That is so crazy. People really underestimate the power of Instagram and the power of just building a community. So even though you may not have, you know, every one of your 30,000 followers haven't bought your course yet, but that doesn't mean that they won't in the future. So just being present, always promoting yourself, really helps to, you know, see the sales coming. You have to stay consistent. And that's really one of the keys, is like using content to provide value to people. Like why do people want to follow you? Like what's the reason for them visiting your page and them retaining on your page is you educating them on some type of topic. So for those of you guys who are really struggling with that, like Instagram is a place of like providing value, or just the internet in general. You know, you can build a community really fast if you're consistently posting game, like you're consistently educating your followers, and you have like a specific niche that you're talking to. So for me, like, you know, I'm teaching people real estate, personal finance tips, and then how to sell and monetize their Instagram. Your topic is taxes, which is great. So many people struggle with taxes. So he found like a need in the market, boom, and it just takes off just like that. So if you guys are struggling and you need help, like beating the algorithm, gaining a following, and then selling a course, definitely get into selling from scratch, because it's only $97 and people have literally made thousands of dollars back. Like, no joke. If you need more testimonials, he's a walking testimonial, but I have a lot more reviews in my bio, my highlights. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And $90 is like, that's nothing. Like, literally, if you implement these strategies, you can make $97 like within an hour.
Quick.
Like, like it's literally, once you figure it out and you do it right, that ROI is like literally the next day. Even if you wanted to implement it that day, it's possible. You got the product, you can do that. So, and that's another thing too. And results may vary, but another story about me too, right? So taxes are really on top of everyone's mind. We got President-elect Biden coming in, so like people are worried now. They're saying that they're gonna tax the people who are making $400 or more. They're gonna have a high tax rate, and because of that, actually, for real, like I had an athlete reach out to me, like one of the top athletes reach out, DM me, and asked me to work with him, and now we're in communication, working together. But one of the dope things about it is, like, he was researching and trying to find, black CPAs and people who understand accounting, and because I was active on Instagram, he's just like, yo, and the timing, it was like pretty much
it all synced up.
It all synced up because I wasn't consistent on Instagram. Like, I was posting like once a month. I post random things. I post about my life or whatever. But like, and seeing that consistency, he's like, yo, not only is he like a CPA, but he's like, consistently adding value, putting information out there, and that helps too. So yes, that was happen, within the last few weeks or so. So it's incredible.
Yeah, I see you guys asking how long the course is. So the course is broken down into 4 or like 7 different modules. I can't even remember how many modules I have. But each video is like 12 to 15 minutes in length. And I think I have like 7 videos in the course itself. So I don't know, a couple hours. But it really packs so much value. And then someone else asked, how often should I provide value? Describe consistent. So consistent really is showing up every day, ideally, like making a post every day. And so I kind of talked to creating content, finding inspiration for content, all that type of stuff in the course. And, to see best results, showing up every day is really kind of what it takes. So that's crazy that you're getting that much business. Like, people don't understand that social media is really a form of currency. Like, people seeing that how many followers you have can really translate to real life success. Like, it really is kind of I know we're in a crazy digital world now, but like it really does kind of validate you in a way, professionally. If you have your business page and it has a following, like, people are like, wow, like, it's kind of social proof that people like what your page is about, what you are, and what your brand is. So, someone's saying it's literally less than 2 hours. Yeah, I think it's my course is only less than 2 hours, but people are making thousands of dollars from it. So, what, I really might up the price soon. So that's something you guys might want to invest in now. But I'm thinking I'm doing a sale for Christmas. So if you guys want to hold out for that, after that, I think I'm going to up the price even more. So you better get it now.
You got people out thousands of dollars, like, you could, but yeah, I mean, definitely, you guys definitely want to get in now. You see it. I mean, the results show for themselves, and again, it's like real money in the bank. Like, literally, at least I'm using Gumroad, so they pay us, so that money's coming in like boom every Friday, not every 2 weeks. Friday.
Every Friday, yes. That's the great thing about Gumroad. And for me, like, my other digital products are hosted on Kajabi. And so I do a Stripe payout, and that Stripe payout is every day, like every single day. So it's really something to look into if you're looking to make multiple forms of income. If, COVID may have impacted you and you need to find a way other than your employer supporting you and having one stream of income, like, it's really, really helpful with that.
Right. Yeah. And that's a dope thing about this. Like, we called it the pandemic, because yeah, I mean, we had the pandemic, and it was a real serious and challenging year for a lot of people, right? We experienced like double digits in unemployment, and obviously
Mhm.
people sick and passing and stuff like that. But the great thing is it kind of created an opportunity, especially for people that are doing what we're doing, because a lot of people now are home, they're on the,
Yep.
and now it's created another form and stream of income. And like we already see, like they just released the new stimulus package. They're trying to give everyone $600.
Yep.
Like really, really, when it comes down to it, like we really got to be accountable and really take charge of our own lives and going out and taking advantage of these methods. And it's not even like, it doesn't even feel like work. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you go on there, it's kind of fun. Like people are like because my community has gotten so big. Like my comment sections are crazy, and I'm going in there and we're having conversations, and I'm making like
Yep.
connections. So
You're
it's
making real connections. Yeah. So tell us more about like what your course is, because I'm interested. Like I need to know how I could get my taxes right, because I don't even have a CPA. So like we're gonna talk afterward, but
oh yeah.
let people know what you're offering.
Yeah. So my program, Tax Wealth 101, basically what that program is designed to help you as an individual, as a business owner, as an investor, save $10,000 to $100,000 in taxes legally and ethically. So really what we do in that program is it's 6 modules, and I'm literally breaking down like, okay, what are the foundations of accounting? Like how are you able to take deductions as a business owner? What's going to be the best
Mhm.
structure for you? How do you save for retirement and use that as a way for you to save money on taxes? How do you
Yep.
use taxes? Yeah, how do you use taxes as a way to create generational wealth? Like believe it or not, like
Mhm.
no one's talking about, you can actually use taxes to create generational wealth. And one of the ways that you can do, and I talk about in the program, is like if you have children, you can go ahead and pay your children through the business as a way to create generational wealth, and putting things in place like trusts.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
There's just so many gems that I literally do not hold back. I'm giving so much game in
Yep.
that program. And really for me, and this is another thing too, right? If you wanted to work with me one on one, like literally it's at least a comment in there, right? So it's but now with the program, I've been able to give this information to hundreds of people already, right? Because of the numbers I'm doing, literally hundreds of people have purchased the course.
Yep.
The reviews and the testimonies have been incredible. It's already
Mhm.
still stars. People are loving the content. They're like, yo, I can't believe you're giving this.
Okay.
I never knew any of this stuff, and it's
Yeah.
a blessing. So I'm grateful. I'm glad I had the opportunity to be able to give more people game about it. And I'll tell you this too. Another important thing that people need to realize is too is like legal entity structure. So like for you, you're doing like over $200,000. Typically,
Mhm.
one of the ways for you to save money on taxes is, I'm not sure how you're structured or whatever, but let's say you're LLC, taxed as a sole proprietorship. If you switch over to an S corp, that can
Yep.
save thousands of dollars. That could save you at least $7,000 to $20,000 in taxes, depending on your profit margin, and all those things like matter, because again, like they're not telling us this stuff in school. And what
Nope.
my background too is like I literally went to the top 10 accounting program in the country, like
Mm.
time, and I didn't learn the stuff that I'm teaching in this program. I literally, after once I graduated and got my CPA or whatever, I had to
Mhm.
really invest hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn this information, and
Mhm.
I'm y'all for a really affordable price, because I want to make sure for us, you know what I mean, that we can go ahead and take advantage of this, because no one's teaching. Like a lot of us are first generation
No.
six-figure earners, millionaires, and we
Right.
don't have anyone to lean to in order to get this game and this information. So
Yeah, no, I think that is so important. I think I'm under a C corp right now, but I'm not even. I really don't even have my shit in order. I really don't.
right,
Because as I said, like last year, I didn't even have to file for taxes. Like last year, I didn't even make enough to qualify to file for taxes. So this year, I'm just like. Luckily, I have an LLC, but I'm sure I'm not optimizing it the way I need to. So like it's crazy how much things could change in a year. And so I need to get more prepared. And I think what you're offering is so valuable for the business owner that's, just coming up. So I'm going to look into it. I need all my followers to go to his page to follow him because he's providing a lot of value with that.
Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah.
that. Another good point too. Like a lot of times people want to know like when's the best time to do tax planning, when's the best time to learn this information, and literally like yesterday is the best time. Like you literally
Mm-hmm.
today because as you can see, like if you get Ariel's program, your life could literally change in a matter of a month. Like that, it could happen that quickly. Like I said, I started November 4th. What are we at? The 20 December 20 something. Literally within a month, your life could change. You can go from zero to hero
Mm-hmm.
figures in a matter of time, and then all of a sudden, you know, maybe last year you didn't have to file taxes or whatever, but this year
Yep.
now you got to move like you know a real boss.
You
That's
know what's up. I know. It's crazy because y'all, so this is how much I paid in taxes. I don't know if this is a lot or little. I have no clue. But I had to pay because I made 100,000 in 90 days, right? So I was in quarter 3 of this year, and I had to pay like $32,000 in taxes from that. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is real life. Like this is what people do. So yeah, I'm gonna need that course. I'm gonna need to talk to you. But if you guys are looking to, you know, make 5-6 figures from Instagram the way I did, get the selling from scratch course and get his course too, because you're going to need to learn how to tax plan in order to really set aside how much you need. Because I wasn't setting money aside. Like I didn't know. I really didn't know. And so when you know, it was time to pay taxes, I guess I hit up an accountant, and then they were like, yo, this is how much you owe. You owe $32,000. And I just didn't know how to come up with the money. I was like, oh my God, I reinvested all my money back into my business. Like I didn't know. I should have been allocating, you know, setting stuff aside for taxes. So it's really crazy. 100% going to take your course. I advise every business owner to learn about taxes. And if you need help making money, monetizing your Instagram, get my course too.
for real, yeah, and
Yeah.
that like and that's the thing with when it comes to taxes, like you just don't know what you don't know. Like
Mm-hmm.
oh, they're going through life and they're going through the business, and they finally start looking at this stuff when something happens, whether it's a letter from the IRS or you know they hear something and they're like, I was supposed to pay how much, you know, and estimated payments and stuff like that. So,
Mm-hmm. And then you get penalized. I learned about that too. You get penalized if
mm-hmm,
you don't have what you're supposed to owe. So
yeah,
I learned a lot. I'm like, I gotta set 32 percent of my revenue aside just for taxes. So sound like a lot, and it is a lot. People always ask me, they're like, how is you paying taxes? Like, who's your CPA? Who's your accountant? I'm like, I'm trying to find that out now, y'all. Like, my life really changed in 90 days. Like, I haven't had the systems in place to live my best financial life as much as I try to. Like, things could change really drastically. So,
yeah.
yeah.
People don't think about that. Like, really, when it comes to all the business stuff and making, you know, 100, 200, $1 million is great, but like, it's really about how much you keep at the end of
Oh,
the day.
yep. Mm-hmm.
From a tax perspective is important. And one of the things I tell people is like a lot of people don't realize that taxes are your single largest expense. And you
Mm.
down like when you make income, you pay income tax. When you pay for something, you pay sales tax. When you
Yep.
buy property, you pay property tax. When you sell the property for more than what you paid for, you pay capital gains tax. When
Yep.
you die, you pay estate tax. Like you're just getting hit with taxes, taxes, taxes. You mentioned that 32%. If you really break down like your whole life, like you're probably paying like people are on average probably paying like 50% of their income is going to taxes. So like learning this information, getting this knowledge up front is going to help you save a lot of money, and like
Yep.
it's so important.
Yeah. So we'll get to a few more questions. I'm just gonna be here for like 5 more minutes. So let's answer these questions. So this guy Matt, this is definitely a question for you because this is about taxes. So you go ahead and answer that.
What is that? What that? I'm seeing the
Do you
question.
see it? It's in the comments. He's saying, "Hi, I'm a CPA too, but I don't do taxes. I have 100K tax liability coming up in 2021 when I realize my stock gains in 2021. Is the best way to get my tax liability to zero through buying real estate?"
Yes, so there's yes and no. So one, it depends on your specific situation. We probably need to jump on a call to do that. There is investment strategies that are out there that the government. I'll just put it this way: there's certain areas and locations that the government wants you to invest in to revitalize and kind of revigorate that community economically. So yeah, if you have those capital gains, there's an opportunity, there's a strategy out there where you can take some of that money, put into those communities, and actually either not pay taxes or defer your taxes for like the next 10 years or whatever. So yeah, we definitely gotta talk.
Her.
Yeah. So and
Mm.
and too, like, and no, shout out to the person who asked the question. Like, yeah, again, CPAs, just because someone's a CPA doesn't mean they necessarily understand, how to maneuver and use a tax code that way. Because again, the CPA exam is really just focused more on like, it's, to me, my personal opinion, it's more designed to help you work in corporate America and be a certified public accountant in a firm and in a big organization, instead of like helping like individual small business owners save money. So let's go ahead and.
Yeah. So I'll answer Jasmine's question. How many followers did you have before the Selling from Scratch course? I can't really pinpoint it, but I think it was like, maybe 80,000, maybe 100,000 at the time. Oh no, I think it was 100,000 at the time, actually, because this is a new course for me, guys. Before, I just had my ebook called From Instagram to Instant Money, and I was just pushing that heavy. Then from that ebook, I made the Selling from Scratch course, which is just like a more valuable version of the ebook. And so I think I had 100,000 followers when I did that launch.
But how about when you started this year though? Didn't you start off like at a couple of thousand? Didn't you
I started out with 0 this year. Like, I made this page this year,
just
and I had 1,000 followers in April of this year. Now I'm at 125. It's December. So it's really crazy. Like, I'm really teaching all the strategies that I use to scale my page, all organically, by the way. Like, I'm not paying for like followers, fake followers, bots. Like, no, I don't believe in any of that. Everything's authentic, it's organic. And so I have a lot of strategies in the Selling from Scratch course that I learned along the way that, like, your Instagram guru isn't going to tell you. So there's a lot in the Selling from Scratch course if you're looking to scale your Instagram. Okay, I think this question for you. What's the best way to save during taxes? I guess she means tax season. I'm not sure. Buying a house, how many exemptions should you put on taxes?
yeah, that's a very specific question.
Right,
You're an
right.
employee and you have your W-4. I, conservatively speaking, I recommend you keep it as low as possible. So 0, 1, 2, depending on if you have children. So that's one thing. As far as you saving money on taxes, I'll say this: the tax code favors business owners and investors. So if you go ahead and get Ariel's program, and
Hmm.
you literally from that day, in my opinion, you are a business owner, because now you're in the pursuit of making profit, which is just the requirement. You don't even, the LLC, like setting up the LLC is important and all that kind of stuff, but you're not even required to set up an LLC to be considered a business owner. So
Right,
obviously,
right.
right, and get everything organized the right way. But yeah, so I would say that's when you could really save money. Take advantage of those write-offs. I talk about all the write-offs you could take in my program. So go ahead.
Mm. Yeah. So, all right, guys, we are about to close out of here, but you need to follow him. Okay. Seriously, I'm about to get his course. I'm about to hit you up after this for real. And get my course too, Selling from Scratch. It'll help you monetize your Instagram, make an extra source of income for you, grow your following. And it's for anyone looking to sell a product or service through the Instagram platform. So, all right. You want to say any final words?
No, again, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for like literally like changing my life, my business. Again, like I was in a really tight situation as it related to my business. So I'm so grateful that I was able to meet you, connect with you, get the program, tap into the knowledge, and it worked out. It had amazing results. So thank you so much, and thank you all for checking this out. Again, my program, Tax Wealth 101. Make sure you follow me. I'm always posting content every single day, providing value. So, peace.
Yeah. All right. Bye.